Here I am. Okay. Hi, guys. Oh, man. It's with okay. Okay, I'm Melinda Fargus. I own Action Travel. We've been a part of the community here in Central North Carolina for 33 years. We celebrated our 33rd anniversary in June, and we are a full service agency. We are the only agency that I know of that will price a trip for you, sit down and talk to you, figure out what you really want or what is best for your family, for your vacation dollar, without a fee. It is killing me to have clients come and say, well, I paid this other person $50 to plan it, but they sent me a bunch of rates and they were no better than what I could find online. And no suggestion, no, just here it is. And they keep the $50 if you don't book with them. So just beware. Action Travel is here. For more than 40 years, I've been telling people that our advice is free, but what we share with you is invaluable. Okay, I did that wrong. Our service is free, but our advice is invaluable. Don't you love live? On live, you can make all these mistakes. One of my agents, Whitney, she's going to come next week, I think. I said, just jump on with me. And she said, oh, no. I just do it, mistakes and all. So I have got to share with you, we have lost my poor Lahaina town. And at the end of the show, I'm going to show you some photos before the fire, because it's very hard to appreciate that a banyan tree that's been there since the 1800s, the largest banyan tree, it covers 2 square blocks. It's gone. I mean, hundreds of people can fit underneath the banyan tree for festivals. I've seen it lit up with lights. I may have saved one to show you. It's catastrophic, and there are thousands of people missing. When you see the before pictures, I think it will give you a better understanding of what really has been lost here. The relief efforts are huge. Samaritan's Purse right here Franklin Graham in North Carolina, they are there. Norwegian Cruise Line, who we were going to cruise on in October. But with this news, I will tell you, Hawaii is ohana. It is family. And I cannot imagine going to any island there and it being the welcoming, tourist, fun atmosphere. They are going through tragedy. Lahaina town was full of little shops, and many people lived in boats right on the water. Okay, more about that later. But like, this is the third big global wildfire. I mean, think of the 4 weeks that Canada's wildfires were burning. And then all of the flights and all of the travel delays that we experienced. And here in North Carolina, our air got to a level that, they were suggesting that you not go outside today or not spend a lot of time outside. It was that bad. Think about that. Think about the wildfires in Greece, that homes and vineyards that are hundreds of years old, gone just in a flash. Okay, let me go on. Summer travel is crazy. Do you want to know how you can get past some of the craziness? Spend the $78 and buy the TSA. The TSA will get you through so much quicker. You don't have to take off your shoes. You don't have to pull your liquids out. You don't have to take out your phones or your electronics. None of your devices. You don't have to take off your jacket. You don't have to take off your belt. It is more than convenience. In the craziness times, if you plan on traveling around a holiday time, I'm just going to tell you, it's the people that got in the TSA line and got through that were the most satisfied. All of the people waiting in TSA lines are a big part of flight delays. We had clients earlier in June who missed their flight, and they were making a connection in Quebec or Montreal, I can't remember, but they got down, and when they finally made it through, the flights were gone. A good reason to have travel insurance. Okay, let's go on. I will tell you before we leave Hawaii that with the challenges going on in Hawaii, we are not going to go in October. The port will be every bit of 45 days before they'll even be able to have a big ship there. Royal Caribbean has got people freaking out because they have advertised this Hawaiian repositioning cruise, and they can't port in Hawaii. Now, Maui's not the only port, but it's the only port that they were going to overnight. They were going to overnight in Maui, and they were going to cruise around other Hawaiian islands. It's a repositioning cruise. So it's leaving Alaska and it comes south, and then it goes to Mexico for the fall and winter seasons. There are people who, when they announced it, and you tell me, I would love to know in the comments below what you think. Originally, they announced that the port of Maui, it was canceled. It's the Lahaina port. The whole port is completely gone. You'll see in pictures in a bit. But what Royal Caribbean was doing was they were going to add additional ports to make up for Maui, this Hawaiian cruise. They were going to add Victoria Island. Nope, they were going to add Victoria so that you could do the Burkhart Gardens, and one other port, maybe Santa Barbara. But it's not Hawaii. I would hate to go all the way across the Pacific and not be able to put my foot in the sand. That would be terrible. So they were offering 75% a penalty if you said, I do not want to go, if it's not going to let me get off in Hawaii. They couldn't port in Honolulu because the Pride of America and other lines who have regularly scheduled ports, they just couldn't port there. So long story short, it's going to be a mess for a while. Okay. When so many people complained, it only took a little bit, like 2 days. And now Royal Caribbean is allowing you to cancel and getting a full refund. Sometimes the squeaky wheel does get oiled. Okay. Did you know that there are fake pesos? $100 peso bill, a $200 peso bill, and a $500 peso bill. Now, when you shop anywhere in Mexico, oftentimes you will get change in pesos. I'm not saying don't get it, because, you know, our dollar, I don't know the equivalent today, but say it's worth 700 pesos to a dollar. So the bills that are being distributed that are counterfeit are hundreds, 200s, and 500s. And if you get bills, make sure you get a receipt, because if you spend a counterfeit bill and they know you didn't bring it with you, because you're not supposed to take Mexican money out of Mexico. But if you're caught spending it, if somebody else catches it that it's counterfeit, you will go to jail. Now, if you have a good attorney, I'm not saying that things couldn't be worked out, but make sure you save receipts, because you need to say, hey, I just got this from Rosalita's right down the street. That's what you want to be able to do. Okay. You know, the Formula One racing is coming to Las Vegas in November. It's always the week before Thanksgiving, if you ever want to go. And this year, it is causing huge, huge waves in Vegas. What's happening is they're talking about boarding up or walling up around the racetrack, so that if you haven't paid the admission to see it, you may not be able to see it. They're talking about a 30-foot erected wall. I don't know. Banners? I don't know. With all those race cars flying around there, you couldn't have a banner. It would have to be something thicker than that. Anyway, it is causing a lot of problems. It is frustrating to Vegas, and the 2024 race is going to be completely revamped. So if the Formula One race is something on your bucket list, go this year. I can still hook you up. Okay. Did you know in Vegas, speaking of Vegas, it's like the end of free parking. The Venetian and Palazzo were one of the last big hotels that you could just pull the street behind the strip that runs parallel with the strip, and you pull into all of the parking decks for the different properties. Well, the Venetian and Palazzo didn't charge for parking. They're one of the last big ones on the strip that has free parking. I never go that I don't pick up a car, because I'm not there just to gamble. I'm there for a convention. There's a great Dillard's that's about 10 minutes outside of the strip area. And so Mom introduced me to it, and I go there every time I go. So there. The new MSP Sphere is causing lots of excitement, because It is a huge outdoor screen now. Now they're putting all kinds of things on it, like an eyeball, a basketball, because NBA is coming this during the basketball season. The light shows are causing traffic issues, even with local people who stop just to make pictures. Go figure. And then, did you know that there were Tesla tunnels in Las Vegas? They're only going to be good for Tesla? I had no idea. It was a shock to me. I mean, I've been to Vegas every year for, I don't know, 30 years until the pandemic. And now I haven't been in a couple years, but good gracious, how much can change in a couple years? Evidently a lot. So I will give you more when I get back. I'm going to go in November. So let me leave you guys with some of the photos that I wanted to share because they really touch me. They're of Lahaina town. It is a sprawling area. Let's see if this will be able to. It is like a beach town. There you go. It is waterfront cottages built out over the water, a boardwalk all along the island. When you get into Lahaina, it is one little shop after another. Much prettier than what you would find in the Caribbean, because these are like, I don't know, they've been there forever. I hope that this one will come up. Sorry, I'm gonna have to teach somebody else how to help me with this. There's kind of the street side, but from where this picture was taken, you get into the two-story stores and such. And, you know, many of them have a second story area where you could eat from. It's just, I don't know. It is just really shaking me up that something that I feel like, there's a picture of it, something that I feel like is a treasure, like a national treasure, is gone. Think about these families for me. Pray for them. They've lost not just income, but lifestyle. And they lost this huge banyan tree. Do you see how small the people are underneath it? It is irreplaceable. Anyway, guys, please pray for the people who are struggling, the people who are looking for their family, and I will bring you more up to date about when our Hawaii trip will go. I just don't see that for several months. I talked to a couple of travelers today who are booked for October and asked them if the first week of December would work. I think it's going to take that length of time for it to settle down even a little bit. Okay, guys, call us at Action Travel, 336-222-TRIP. You can reach out to me. I'm Melinda Fargas. You can ask for Rochelle. You can ask for Whitney. If Rachel did travel for you, even Rachel will do it for you. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Ciao. Reach out to the Red Cross or the Maui Chamber of Commerce if you'd like to help. Thank you. See you.